Hello and welcome back to Balance While Blooming. I think it is so important that you understand that to grow, not only do you need to grow mentally, you need to grow physically, financially, in every avenue of your life. Now, sinking funds is something that I know nothing about, but that is what we are going to talk about today. While I was going over this video, I have my cheat sheet of kind of what we are going to do to edit these, because I realized while I sat down, not only by myself, but just looking at our family funds, where do we really need to save money and where do we need to go? And what categories are extremely important to us, how much needs to go in it, and then really keeping track of where we are at with our goals. Now, if you guys want to see on like a monthly budget with me, we can do this where we do like our goal, our current money, which as it will be is just from our quarterly. I don't think I'll keep up with it each month, but so I might get rid of this difference, right? I might get rid of this column. But if you want like the quarter goal, and then what was added at the last, actually this is the overall goal. So overall goal, bear with me. And then last quarter, so like, and then how much we're putting into it that month. And this is not gonna include the month before. So say I'm doing this in the month of, I'm doing this in August, right? So we'll have, I can start in September, maybe in that monthly budget of having what we do in this, and then where we're gonna add any, if any. And I think it might be good to do it as an update, maybe every other month or something like that, or even every quarter, and just for me, keeping track of what month I put in how much. So when we go over this, we can have this. So this might not be in a specific video, but at the end, when we are updating these every quarter, we can see what month we did. So I can change this template, and this is something new for me, and I think it's very important. We will also be updating that. So right now we are in August, but I'm gonna call this the last quarter of the month. So we are gonna call this September 23. Even though you guys are seeing this in August, this is gonna be September, basically through December, and where our goal is and how much is currently in there. Okay, I'm not going to put my currents in here. This is just an overall view of where we want to go and realistically how much we are going to save to hit these. Now, understand with sinking funds, the way our family is going to use this is that we have an overall goal. Some do not get touched, and some we just, that's the goal. So once you hit that goal, you no longer have to put money into it and you can pull out of it. And then the next time it's to up those goals. Not up them, but make sure that that box is full. So you want to make sure that these current money are as close to these totals as possible. Now, there are going to be a few sections that barely get touched, and there's a few sections where you've heard in my monthly resets that I'm like, okay, emergency fund is 10,000, right? And we actually just hit that this month. We will be hitting it, but I want to actually have our 6-month emergency fund, which is around $18,000, right? So this is something that if anything happens, even if it is one of these sections and these don't have enough money, we can pull from this. Now, I am going to give non-financial advice, but keeping this somewhere that you can grab it, like a high yield, is where we are keeping our money, okay? Because I want to be able to easily grab it if any of these situations happen, but it also do more than a general savings account. Now, let's go through each of the sections, and we are going to be putting some of these sections together, so this will be a shorter list. Now, carton maintenance, I think this is super important. We are keeping this. Home maintenance and home projects are actually going to go together. So we are just going to call this home maintenance / projects, okay? Medical, of course you need a medical. This is going to be more than my health insurance. It's going to be if any medical procedure or anything like that comes about. And this is just to the point of starting us without having to touch our emergency fund, okay? Clothes, we always have clothes funds when you want to go on that shopping spree, that rainy day spree, right? So we're going to have that, a sinking fund for my husband, a sinking fund for me. And then we are going to have dining out, dates, and fam fun. And that's so it doesn't have to come out of your monthly budget every single time, right? Now, vacation, this is going to be for a big family vacation. This is going to be a high goal, so we can pull whatever we need from this and then try to go to our big goal. And you want to try to, the way we're going to do this is we're going to try to get to that big number so that we can go on a glorious trip. But if we are feeling in a rut or want to just go away, we can pull a couple hundred from this to go for a couple nights somewhere if we would like. That's how we're going to use that. Gifts and birthdays we are going to put together, so we are just going to call this gifts / birthdays, and that is for any type of gifts for Mother's Day, anything like that, and birthdays. We're combining those, and we are actually going to get rid of Thanksgiving because we have a grocery fund and we'll just add more to that each month. Christmas, that's going to be its own, just for a little bit extra, just for Christmas, but we can always pull from this gift / birthday fund as well, because there's going to be more money in this, okay? Miscellaneous is anything that we need, that we could possibly need for extra things that we cannot afford in our monthly budget. Our Prodigy membership, we are actually getting rid of that. That is something for my stepson. If he wants to keep it, great, but it's not going to be something we sinking fund for. The month that it's due, we will pay it. It's not that expensive. Our insurance, we will have that. Actually, all 3 of these come out in December, so that's great. We have pretty much the whole year to figure it out. And I can tell you that we already have our car insurance in our sinking fund for this year. So if you're looking at this at a different time, when I'm going over this in a different time, we may not have it in there, but understand that at this current time, we have this year's car insurance. Our Amazon Prime membership and our BJ's is like a Costco. I am adding in here our month ahead, and for this, it is a full month of bills and expenses. Now, please note that this number is going to be huge. It's probably going to be close to a whole year of our paycheck or our pay. We are a middle income family. I'm not saying this is our year, like this would be one of our salaries pretty much is what I'm going to guess that this is going to come out to. But if we already are starting to work on that and make that grow, it takes it off of when you need it in the moment to be like, crap, all of this crap could come at once and be thrown at you, and do you have the money set aside? Now, understand we are also trying to save for a home, so that could go on here as well, but I'm not sure if I want to put that on here, or we're trying to figure out financially how to do that. We have a few other accounts and we're just trying to figure that out right now. What's the best way to go about that? How we're going to save for that. So that might go on here, but that's not going to be in the overall total. For our sinking funds, it is just something that we might be tracking, if that makes sense, okay? So just keep that in mind, that this part is not in the total. So we can do over here with the total, I guess, and you'll be daunting of how much this is going to be. So let's jump right into it. Obviously, I already talked about emergency funds, but let's talk about the rest and where we're kind of thinking with our brain on where the amount of money is the right amount for our family and why. Okay, so like I said, we are going to explain why I'm putting the amount that we are into each of these sections. So this is, I'll put my notes over here. This is 6 months of bills and expenses. So if you do 18,000 divided by 6, you are getting $3,000, right? So as I go down here, you're like a month ahead. I am actually going to up this to 3,500. So we have a bit of a buffer. And this is most a month, like most for a month of bills and expenses. Okay, so next is car maintenance. This is gonna be just 1,000. This is for small parts, oil changes, and all of that. We have 2 cars, so that's averaging 500 per car, right? And I think that's a good amount to work towards. Now, home maintenance and home projects, this is going to be 2,500. This could be any minor or major repair or additions. I guess that's what we'll call it, / projects. So this could be anything to make the house look better or to repair anything that is currently there. Such as a fence is something that's like an addition or a project, but if we needed a new fridge or something, that is a minor or major repair, okay? Just kind of get that in your head of what that is. Now, we are going to go into medical. As I said, we have insurance, so we are going to just start with $1,000. This could be anything for copays that you don't need to pay out of pocket each month. This can be medicine, anything like that that is out of the ordinary that we would need to buy for medical. And I think this is a good amount because if anything is crazy, then we can always pull for our emergency fund, but it's always good to know that you have a buffer. So now these next categories are more fun. So clothes, his, hers, dine out, and dates, and fam fun. All of these are going to be exactly the same. I'm putting 500 for each of these because we like to spend, we like to go out, we love to do family things, and I think it's really important to understand that you can go on a clothing shopping spree, or my stepson may need something, or this is for my husband that we want to do something that just he wants that may not be typical in the budget. He has $500. Hers, same for me. Dining out, this is way more than we ever need, but say we had a busy month and we needed more from our dining out fund. Dates, same thing, do something extravagant. Family fun, same way, okay? It's just something to have a buffer in there. Even if these stay at $250 for a while, that is more than enough. Now vacation, as I said, we are making this a big vacation. This is for like 2 1-week trips with fam, right? And this is going to include transportation, stay, food while we're there, everything that could come from 2 1-week trips, because we try to do 1 week of just my husband and I and 1 week as a family. So understand that that is expensive, and that is something that does cost a lot of money for us sometimes. We love our luxury. Now, gifts and birthdays, I think $1,000 is more than enough. This is for any special day, such as Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, anything like that, anniversaries, anything like that on top of birthdays for all your loved ones that you get gifts for. Now, once again, Christmas can get rounded into this section. So for Christmas, we just want to save $500 extra just towards Christmas to go towards those gifts. Just in case we surplus this, because September is a busy birthday month for us, so this will deplenish, and we don't know if we'll be able to get a whole nother amount before Christmas. So working towards this is so important for us as a family. And then miscellaneous, I think this is good to have $1,500, and this is for anything that could possibly come up that is not an emergency, okay? I think an emergency fund is something that your car died, or you need to go buy a new car, that your car maintenance isn't enough and it is a need for you to be able to live your life. This is stuff that you want that is like outside of the realm of this section, okay? Now we're going into subscriptions. Our car insurance is $2,100 and we pay this yearly. Our Amazon Prime is $140. This is for Prime, and this we pay yearly. I love me some Prime. This is like a Costco membership. This is $55 yearly, and we do get our money's worth for $55 here. So let's quickly add all this up to find out what our grand total is that we need to save, including the $18,000. So this is not including anything that is currently saved. This is just how much we need to save to be in a good place, to feel comfortable with all of these being full and fully sufficient to pull at any time. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so this is a pretty big number. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I told you it'd be pretty big. We'd need to save $39,295. Now, this is less than either one of ours yearly things, but it's pretty damn close. This much to feel financially stable and be able to have this always in there to be able to pull if it's full is almost a year of the average person's yearly income, like $40,000 that people don't normally have. So working on a sinking fund, it does not have to be as crazy. I am a planner. I want to have this money set aside, want to have about $40,000 in an account that is separated for all of these needs. Now, is it necessary to have all these amounts? No, but to have something to help when something comes up is so important to me. Now, I'm gonna go back to this home. We are buying a home for $250,000. So you have 250,000 times 30% is $75,000. Now, understand that this is gonna take time, but this is something that we are trying to do. We are trying to get to this number, which would be an addition. So you have $75,000 plus $39,295 is $114,295 to be able to afford our house. That is ridiculous. That's more than we make together as a family. And that is why we are working on side incomes, finding out other ways to make more money without working any harder. But understand, this is for our family. This is what we feel comfortable with. So I understand having this much amount of money set aside is something that is a lot of people's dreams. And it is ours too. And I understand that this is not something that is going to happen in 1 year. But coming along this journey with us, as I said, every quarter, to talk about our sinking funds, how much is in there, how much we pulled from it, because there are times that if you guys watch my monthly resets that I have so much going into savings, and maybe that's what I'll do, is have like a savings section with a couple blanks of kind of where they're gonna fit, and then have the typical spending of clothes, his, hers, dining out, da 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 da, because I do have a spending fund, and I don't have that on my monthly reset, but having a sinking fund that maybe we can even pull from and then replenish when need be. But I think at first having these even being, I think the goal, hear me out, the goal is to have, other than this, so this does not count, to have 200 minimum in each one, right? Obviously, these ones don't need 200, and these are priority after December once we have these pulled out. But having 200 in this as a starter. So let's literally do the math. That's 14. Even just 14 times 200 is $2,800. This is not including, this is once you get your first sinking funds. Once you get your first emergency fund set up. So ours is 10,000 right now, divided by 3,000 is only 3.5 months. So even if I do 10,000 divided by 35, that's not even 3 months worth. So I do need to start working towards this. But if I put $200 into each of these, that's only $3,000 worth. I think that I can do every quarter, put about 200 into each, right? Once I have where I feel comfortable, 200 in each, and think about that. That would only take a few months to fill these out, right? If our goal is try to save $2,800 each quarter, you could fill this up. So let's do even 40,000 divided by 2,800. That would only take 14 quarters. Okay, so now 14 divided by 4 is less than 4 years. In 4 years, if I actively work quarterly with no extra income to make $2,800 a quarter, I could make this budget work. Break it down into smaller sections. Don't look at this as a big number. I am breaking it down right now as a big number so that we can start making these videos and start showing you the progress. And each month I might change up my monthly reset and how I do things. And maybe we'll do like a financial monthly reset where we look at the month behind and the month ahead, or do like 2 videos, shorter videos. One is the month behind, the month ahead, you know, whatever way you want to do that. We can figure that out. And to get some more videos about financial balance, because blooming financially is just as important as mental and growth. When you're growing and you're blooming, it doesn't matter. Every aspect of your life will grow. So remember, we are balancing the things we need to do with the things that we want to do. This is both. There's things in here that you need to do, such as an emergency fund. Make sure the things that are coming out yearly are ahead of the game, right? I would say so that you don't have to pay $2,100 in 1 month, but if you're saving $200 of that, you know, each month, right? Figure out how to make that work for you. Make these templates for you. Make your own templates. I make them on Canva. I can share this with you. I will tweak it. I will make it empty if you want. Whatever way you guys want, let me know. We can set up some sort of way to sell these to you and get these out to you one way or another, because my focus here is for you to grow into the person you want to be while being the person you currently are. So looking ahead at your finances, at planning your life, all the things, and understand that you can be the person you want to be. And it just takes tweaking the now, understanding there's baby steps now to lead you to the person that has $40,000 into savings and still being able to live their best life. We will get into a bit more of the finance side on this channel, but also understand that we are going to talk about goal setting. We are going to talk about time management some more. We are going to do more resets. We are going to have fun with it. I want to do some reading vlogs. I want to show you guys all aspects of my life to see how I can do this while doing the things I love doing and the things that have become a new hobby, or even our passions outside of this passion project, because I think Balance While Blooming is going to be way bigger and help so many more people than I ever thought. And that is something that I am excited to share along with you guys and sharing my journey. And not only that, but being more open and explaining why I do the things I do in my life and how I'm going to be the person I want to be. And you guys can come along on that journey. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe to this channel, watch my other money. There's a whole playlist of just my monthly resets if you kind of want to see that. September is going to be a real quick one. I'm going to just quickly run through that one, but if you want more in depth, go into July and August, because those are more in depth of what's going on. It's not going to have the updated template, and then I will see you guys in a few months for another Sinking Fund update where I fill out this sheet of every month contribution and how much we have left to go. We can have this done in 2026, in the beginning of 2027, and that is amazing. And to be turning 25 in September and understanding that I can be financially stable by the time that I'm even 30 and do so much for my family, and understand that my husband and I are focusing on our finances is just something that I am so excited for. So understand that finances don't have to be scary. It's something that you can work through. There's financial advisors, there's people watch YouTube videos like this. There's so many ways to learn about money and how to do this, not only from me but from other people. And I will see you guys soon, and drop in the comments what other videos you guys want to see, because I love doing videos like this. I think money videos, mindset videos, time management videos, all of those things excite me, and I want to know what excites you to learn and grow and bloom into your best self. So remember, do the things you want to do while doing the things you need to do, while balancing your life and blooming into the person you've always wanted to be. Bye guys, I'll see you soon. Bye guys.